Justin Fuentes in his first year at Memphis. What are some of the changes you've seen out of that Memphis
Well,
division?
you know, I know they're 1-5, but you know, I think the big thing is when you break I get a chance to look at all the games. When you look at the games, they've gotten better and better and better, and they've closed the gap in the score against their opponents. So they're getting better in all the phases, offense, defense, and the kicking game. And I think he has enough experience, and again, Memphis is going to have good, skilled athletes, and I think the big thing that I've seen is that, you know, you can see what they're trying to get accomplished on film. That's how I look at coaches. If I can see what they're trying to get accomplished when they call a play or run a certain scheme, you know, I think the coaches are on the right track as far as setting the program, and I think he's done a good job. Now, again, wins and losses, what everybody else looks at. I don't. I look at are the kids playing with coaching behind them, and they are. When you watch the film on them, some situations they hurt themselves, and others they turn the ball over, which is what most teams that end up losing games do. But again, you know, it's a game that, you know, we got to go up and play. It's our next opponent, and as I tell our players, you respect everybody you play, and they will. I mean, I think last week I told them all week to throw the record out the door with Southern Miss, and I think Southern Miss found the quarterback last week, and I think I'll be surprised if Southern Miss doesn't win every game, most of the games down the road right now. I think the confidence there, and again, when I looked at the tape, you know, we just didn't play well in some tackling situations and some third down situations. You just can't do that, and again, that's been addressed with the defensive players and staff as far as, you know, you got to be productive on third down, offensively and defensively, and that's what has to get accomplished.
Coach, what's it say about, you know, 6 games in and you're facing off against offenses that are running no huddle, moving quickly, where you get to maybe really play a traditional pro-style type of offense? What's that say about college football now?
Well, I think the game is changing. It's become not the trade of the game, but the tricks of the game. You know, it still comes down to can you block and can you tackle. You can do all the quick huddles you want and everything else, but eventually you got to block people, and eventually you got to basically, you know, tackle people. And, you know, I think what's happened is that they're counting on the defenses, you know, getting short-winded and having trouble subbing in. But, you know, defense, like when the wishbone came out, everybody struggled with it the first year. Then they caught up with it. Now they're catching up with the spread. All right? It's just that, you know, once it's on film, a good coach is going to see what you're doing, and there's major tendencies when you come out and spread, whether you're 2-2 set or 3-1 set or empty, what you're doing. And but again, I think defenses, yeah, you have to practice at the fast pace, but, you know, we run a play every 40 seconds anyway. So I think that it helps from a conditioning standpoint. And then really where you got to be smart is on the sideline. When you can't be yelling for, you know, you go in for him, you just use code names, you know, rabbit, you know, rush, whatever, so they know who's heading to the field. You can't waste a lot of time trying to sub in people. They got to be awake on the sideline so you can get people in.
What's up, fans? Come out to Bright House Stadium and watch us take on SMU on November 3rd.